day. You know? Good morning, EMC family. And as we start our Docile Saturday, let us start with a prayer for peace and love, understanding, and fellowship. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will be done. Amen. And it's another beautiful Docile Saturday morning. We are on one of the most romantic spots in the island for such a beautiful lookout. And I'm sure Malcolm has already told you guys, we are seeing Bath Beach in the distance. The peace and serenity of this morning is just amazing. The sun is trying to peek through the clouds. It's the dawn of a new day. and it is just so tranquil here this morning. If you look maybe center of the camera now, you'll see like a building that looks like an Indian teepee, because it has a bottom and a base and a cone that is that's all you can see now. But that location where there has like two buildings and an open lawn area, that was the original cable and wireless location. And that little teepee had a big satellite dish on it, and that was how cable and wireless transmitted the signals. And that location is called Congo Bay. When they decommissioned this, that building was left, the satellite dish dismantled, and then just that little building was left, and then the two or three other buildings which were the administration of the cable and wireless location. And I think the view from here is so magnificent, because you can pan and see the skyline and the coast and the beauty of this area. So I'm going to start with a 360 of love. And now with the rays coming in, isn't it the beautiful pink? And nor the lovebirds who are going to pass by. But just the beautiful pink coming in. It's not just spectacular. So this morning we are in the parish of St. John at the historic St. John's Parish Church, one that was built in the 1640s. It was a little wooden structure, and then it got demolished, or the hurricane demolished it. One of many, because the church, although rebuilt a couple of years later in stone, has been destroyed more than 4 or 5 times between the 1660s to the 1800s. A church has been constantly rebuilt here. But when the wooden structure was first destroyed by the hurricane and they put down a concrete structure, it was paid for with sugar, and it cost 110,000 pounds of sugar. That's how it was paid for. And that tells you how rich the country and this belt was at that point in time. I'm panning to the beautiful homes in this area, and that area is called the glebe. And this area brings up special memories for me. My great uncle moved my great grandfather's home from St. Lucie, Great Hall, St. Lucie, and he brought it here. In those days, if you had a chattel home and you want to leave one location, you then brought it to another location. Just look at that sunrise. So he brought our family home just a couple steps away from here to the glebe. And it was a home still in original tack and layout of what my great-grandfather had built. Boards may have been changed, but the layout and the footprint of the house had not been changed. And so as a child, I remember being up here many a Sunday afternoons. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? You see why this spot is one of the most romantic? Can you imagine being here at, twilight or early dawn as we are, and holding hands with your loved one? This is so beautiful. So we're going to keep coming back to that sunlight. So it is just beautiful. And everything here in this churchyard is waking up. And, and slowly we got here in time to watch the caretaker take care of the front of the entrance. Right here in the middle, you will see the grave of David Thompson, who was our 6th Prime Minister. He was born on Christmas Day. He had an education at St. Gabriel's and 𝗃𝗵𝗄, and then he did law and rose through the ranks of the Democratic Labour Party to become our 6th Prime Minister. And he was on a different vision of Barbados, sadly, before his passing, where he was sharing information and having these open discussions and dialogues and updating the country and telling its thing. And then sadly he got sick, and it's very heartbreaking for such a young man to leave behind his wife and 3 daughters. And but everybody who comes here comes for a time, and they make their most valuable contribution to the country. And I think that we need to celebrate all of them. Today in this churchyard, not only will we see, and you have to forgive me this morning, everybody, I am still battling a cold. But I knew that if I wasn't here on a Saturday morning, it wouldn't be the same for me. So you'll hear the little sniffles every now and again. But look at that beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Heavenly. It's like, yes, the universe is shining its beaming light down, saying, good morning, Barbados. Good morning, everybody. So this yard is filled with a lot of history because there's so many plantation owners and rich plantocracy that's in this yard. But it's also filled too with gentle folks, people who lived in the area, who made a contribution. And it's so rich of history. I love when we see that the churchyards are clean and pristine, that you could walk through them and see, others who have passed. Yes, every churchyard will have its prominent people, but there are wonderful people who have lived and made beautiful contributions that also are here. And this sunrise is so stunning that I just cannot help but keep us here this morning. I think I'm going to move you to another point so you can see more. Is completely amazing. Look at that. And this is why you need to get up on mornings and join us. because I know you're seeing this and you're seeing it so beautiful, but with the naked eye, this is just like spectacular. Jeanette will take photographs of this and share it with you later, but to see it with your naked eye is just phenomenal. It is. And you see how the sun is just not just lighting up those clouds, but everything else is just waking up so beautifully. Even the wind is respecting what's happening here and has died down a bit so that you could really enjoy this. And not just the beautiful sun rays, but how it's lighting up the land, how it's waking up everything. It's just so breathtaking. So we're gonna come back again, but as usual, every Saturday morning we have our Docile team, and Nick and Jeanette are here. He's dressed in baby blue this morning. I think he's trying to be innocent, and I being sick all week have not heard whatever smack he talked about me on Friday. So I know that I have to spend time getting even with him. But look how Cheryl and Kim are enjoying this. Look. Look at it through their eyes.
I know. Really spectacular.
Isn't that just
so beautiful?
It is. And that's why I keep saying that I know everybody's seeing this, but to see it with your own two eyes is just...
Yeah, you have to be here
to
see it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Stunning.
The concept there, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
No, sorry, that's Bath. If that's Congo Bay, that's Bath. I'm sure Malcolm will confirm that for me.
Over here.
Yeah.
This is Congo.
Congo is like where the little teepee.
Right. Okay. The windmill.
The windmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the old cable and wireless station. So then that would be Bath.
Okay.
Yes.
Congo Bay from St. Congo Bay.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That is now. It's amazing. Can't get enough pictures in there.
So I know everybody's hearing you guys, so please say good morning.
Good
Tell
morning.
them how you are feeling.
Again.
In awe.
Always speechless when I'm places like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the views.
The views,
yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh air.
Really
It's beautiful.
The views of the island.
And I've been up here on bus tours of the island during the day, but it's not the same feeling as seeing it first thing in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been out front and never back here.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is incredible.
Yes.
I never came to this back side of it. It's absolutely beautiful.
And the rays coming out,
Yes.
out of
The
the
sun is out.
Yeah, definitely. So if you have not put on your darker makers,
Time to put them on.
time to put them on.
It's just completely unimaginable.
Yes. It's lovely to always hear Cheryl speechless.
Yeah. And I've been the last couple of Saturday mornings.
Yes. Really, we've had some really wonderful Saturday
And
mornings.
this is my home. This is our home. Seeing this from
Darker makers, everybody. Isn't that beautiful? Good morning, EMC family. Here is the morning sun from beautiful Barbados. So we're going to continue to take this beautiful walk through this lovely churchyard with all its lovely scenery and trees. And it's really been developed beautifully over the years. Like I said, a lot of famous and not so famous people lie here. And I think it's all part of the beautiful life well done. I have no idea what Nicholas Dean is up to, but he keeps running from a camera, which is a first. So which makes me very scared of what he's going to come up with next. So every now and again, I'm going to keep panning to this view because it really, really lovely. So right here, as I'm right here, there's a lovely bench, lovely another viewing point with a viewing camera and the beautiful sundial. That's been a focal point of St. John's Parish Church. I've always been fascinated with sundials. I know I have tons of history prepared, but this morning that sunrise is really so breathtaking that it has thrown me off my path. So I will continue to walk this path, and all these graves you can see from their how they're built, that a lot of them have been here for many years. Some may be relatively new as in the 60s or as in David Thompson, the early 2000s, but majority of these have been here for quite some time. Like this one. And these persons have been buried here since the 1854, and you see how the top is done, and then there's a walk down vault which is now sealed. But an interesting landscape. Okay. And every angle of this yard, you can almost continue to get a glimpse of that beautiful view and that lovely scenery. And then you come over here to this lush landscape of the coastline of Barbados. Isn't that just so breathtaking? It's just magnificent. And isn't that lovely? And as we look across, there are the peaks of Pico Tenerife, where we were last week. And the week before, you can see the sleeping giant. You can just make out his head and his stomach. And it's just lovely. And this beautiful village below here, it's just amazing. And you see the rocks at 𝗲𝗍𝗲. And next week, we most probably will be down there because there will be a surfing competition. So I know Nick will share a lot about that in the coming week. But just look at that. And as we pan back, you see a bit of Huckleton's Cliff. This spot is like truly one of the most breathtaking spots in the island. And all along the churchyard, they have all these beautiful benches that have been put in place. and so that you can sit and, you know, just enjoy the scenery and appreciate the beauty of it and the peacefulness of it. So as we keep walking, Barbados is known for its famous celebrities, and here we have the body of Ferdinand Palappalotus. Am I right? I don't think I'm right, but he descended from the imperial isle of the last Christian emperors of Greece. And he was a church warden, vestryman, and it was said that when he was buried, when his grave, when there was a hurricane, his body ended up in another grave, turned in the eastern direction with his head in another direction, and they then removed him from there and buried him here. But he also came and made his contribution, church warden, and did his part for Barbados. I think what I like most about churchyards is that it gives you a history of people's lifespan, not only the rich and famous, but those humble persons who just came and made their contributions, that loved their families, that took care of their families. You know, they may have been the school teachers that gave some good hot slaps to children, or the ones who sat down and helped you with your maths and English, or just taught you little lessons of life. When their time comes, they get their place of respect and love, and, you know, and are here among those who did well and those who did not so well. But how do we judge well? It's a life lived and a life loved, and you're loved by people. Yes. So I mean, I could point out to everybody all the historical facts of all these graves and all the people lived here, but I think that everyone who is lying here made their contribution to Barbados. Some we know the stories of, some we don't, and but I know in their family lives they're important. And here is another point, another view. Let me just step over here. And like I keep showing you, there's all these beautiful benches. You know? You hear the birds singing. And this kind of gives you an idea of where we are. You know, and the drop. Just look at that. Look at that drop. So I'm judging that we may be 350 or more feet above sea level, and it's beautiful and cool. The girls are enjoying. Look at this majestic rock here. Isn't this fantastic? And look at it has some limestone creation, but I pray that this don't fall from here, because when it's rolling, it going all the way down to the sea. But just look back at that view again from another angle of the churchyard. Yep. And there's 𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃. You can see it, your favorite spot. And you see the giant again. Yep. The giant, his head is right there. Yes. Yes.
One of the best, my favorite 𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃. Oh my God.
I know, you really enjoyed that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, and looking at it now.
Yes, and the rocks at Bathsheba.
But 𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃.
Yes.
𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃, it just came out like it was coming out of the water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barbados is just so beautiful.
I mean,
yeah, I am. I've lived here all my life, and through Nicholas I have really got to see Barbados through a different lens. And it's one thing for the last 2 years to be taking these walks with him on mornings, but it is a pleasure and an honor to be actually getting up and being present. please, everybody, if you can do this a Saturday, do it once, and you will thoroughly never forget the experience.
They'll never stop coming.
Yeah, that too. Yes, they will never stop coming. I was just thinking, we're at this height. I hope you can see those banana leaves, those banana trees down there. You imagine how tall they are? And I'm so sorry for that, but that means that Nicholas Dean is in the house. Any extra noise that you hear me that doesn't sound like me trying to clear my nasal passages is Nicholas Dean. And the beauty of these trees, beauty of these trees and the aging of the trees and how they're all bent and have shape and character, you know, it tells you a lot about the churchyard. It is just magnificent. And I think this morning too, I'm in a very reflective state. Every week in life brings another interesting challenge and moment. But I think of all the people who have passed through these walls and sang hymns and sing and participated and helped and made their contribution. So blessings to all the unsung heroes that we don't know about, that come in our lives and make our lives so special for a moment and then leave us a lot richer than we were before. And there's that view again from a different viewpoint. Look at that. And just look at the clouds. I mean, yes. And so this morning we were greeted by one of the custodians of the church. He says he usually starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, but he decided this morning, for no apparent reason, to come at 5 o'clock. And so he was here to meet us. And that was so lovely. So when buses come to St. John's Parish Church and they park in this yard here, where we parked this morning, person get out and do this view. This is the famous St. John's Parish Church view. But where we started this morning, just a little short walk in, you can take in that view too. And this is just, everybody, this is just spectacular. And all these trees. I'm standing here and looking over and thinking, look at the drop. And I'm going to tilt it so you get to see it too. Look at the drop. Look. And it's a serious drop because these trees are huge. And look at that. That is that height, and then that's the coastline. So that gives you an idea of how tall it is, how massive it is. But it is so breathtaking. So we're gonna take a little walk inside St. John's Parish Church. Its current rector is the Reverend Anthony Harewood, and he's really on a project of restoration. Like most buildings that are 300-400 years old and built of coral stone, the maintenance of the church is really great. So it's open to the public and you can come in and view. Good morning, everybody. Blessings and hugs. And isn't this beautiful? And so this is the cleaning team for St. John's Parish Church that working this morning as we come through here. And I'm sure everybody online is saying good morning to you guys. And these are the persons I call the unsung heroes, the people who work in the background to keep the church running and keep everything going. And we don't ever say thank you enough because it's done of love. But these walls are so beautiful. And you hear the hymns are playing this morning as they work. This beautiful pulpit is done in 6 woods. 4 of them are indigenous to Barbados. The Beja mahogany, manchineel, I can't remember the other 2 right now, and pine and oak. But look at the intricate artwork of this. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Look at these lovely, lovely, lovely stained glass windows. So you're getting all the background music of everybody's cell phone this morning. But isn't that beautiful? It is so beautiful.
Was the birthday of 𝗃𝗹𝗶𝗀. He resigned to the United Kingdom. He celebrated his 83rd birthday yesterday. He's off to Barbados frontier in Barbados.
We will give them their privacy to continue doing this work. And look at the beautiful pipe organ as you walk back. And as usual, when Father Herwood joins a congregation, he puts his own style and spin. And he's been quietly trying to restore this church. Requires a lot of work because you can see the detail in this woodwork. And all of it is so beautifully done. And, you know, I always think of all the many artisans that would have sat up and carved all of this by hand, you know, hardly any tools. And these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful staircases. Look at those beautiful staircases. Look at that. Isn't that a work of art? And so not only is there the beautiful church, but they have like a little resort center here, a visitor center, the car park, the playground for the children. This is the rector's home that's attached right here. And then there is the office. So you can imagine the upkeep of all of this. And it's just one of those spots in the island that everybody comes to see. When we got here this morning, as we proceed to get out, there were thousands and thousands of bats up in the church tower, and they were coming out and they were doing a fantastic dance and movement of the morning. And of course the girls were a little horrified, but Nick and I thought this was so beautiful. So I'm walking back to this view because as the sun comes up, each time it outlines it in a different way.
I went to Echo's Table. It's right across. No, get one of the relatives has a yoga place.
So, I have to say, with this cold, every time I'm being wicked, I start coughing. So I was having a wicked moment there, trying to catch Nicholas, but he moved very quickly. So, isn't that just spectacular again? What do you see? Cheryl is just so fascinating, so I'm going to try and lean over to show you. Yes, yes. You see how the sun is hitting that tree and light it up.
Yeah, it just grew out.
It's just so beautiful here. You guys are enjoying this as much as we are enjoying sharing it with you. This morning is now beginning to feel very strange. No Nicholas giving me any trouble. And my cold and I are so relieved. Yes. Yes, he does. So, it's different here. I'm going to take you now on the above side of the church and walk you back into that beautiful sunrise that we witnessed, because it's now really up in its full splendor. And like everywhere else, St. John's Parish Church is also has a National Trust seal on it as a building of historic and architectural interest. When I was doing my read up, they said it's built on a Gothic style, and by its pillars and the top of its architecture. I'll show you from this point why they call it the Gothic style, because of that top, like how that is done, and its windows. So you can see actually here the level of repair that the church is going through, and this is why when you visit, donations are so meaningful. And then when they do their fundraisers, because in some cases, you know, to restore things built in this time requires a lot of specialized artisans to do the work, and sadly sometimes those gifts have not been passed on. So, and all along this church, it's one of those churches that you have to visit. Embedded on the inside of the walls, inside and outside of the church, are plaques. Because look, this gentleman, Wilkinson Hart, he was born November 8th, 1829 and died July 3rd, 1870. And so all these plaques are all around. And this is his wife here. And she died in 1915, born 1839. So, and you're also seeing a lot of older style graves and markings and things like that, as they try to keep the church repaired and take care of it. Even the outer walls of the church, with its kind of egg white rare stones and how they've been put together, gives you an idea of how old the churchyard is as well. You know, but it's so beautiful. And the many entrances, because this would have been an original entrance there as well. So when my dad was a young boy, he lived with my uncle up here, my great uncle, because You know, in those days, not everybody had a car and movement. So, like how children get on a bus and go to the lodge school every day. My dad went to lodge school, but what he did was live with his aunt and uncle who were in the glebe. And so he spent many days worshiping here at St. John's Parish Church and walking these walls, and he was always filled with all kinds of stories and things that he would share. Look at that view of the church from that angle. It's really, really a beautiful location. Beautiful, romantic, full of history. We were admiring this coconut tree and how it's grown almost with a curve in it. I think you can see that. Yeah, but it has a kind of curve in it, so I'll step back and see how I can let you see that as well. And I'm taking you back one more time to see this beautiful sunrise. So put on your darker makers now, because it's really fully up, and the way it's really hitting the land and the sea now is just spectacular. I know the wind must be high. And the other lovely thing about this view, because of the benches, you can sit and kind of enjoy for a churchyard. And the breeze is coming at you at every angle. And the fresh air is just so, so lovely. So I hope everybody had a wonderful week. Sadly, I missed some of the blogs this week because I was fighting a cold and was not at my best on Monday and Tuesday. And then Friday, I was in the midst of trying to finish a work project. So I now have to go back and sit down and watch again, like I always do, and enjoy the laughter and the fun that was exhibit. Nick and Jeanette have not decided yet where our Docile Sunday will be, our office will be on Sunday. So I think that they will share that later on. But it will be a location that we have gone to before. They share that much. They just haven't decided which one. And then we start again on Monday. And if you're coming home, please let us know that you're here. We would love to see you and love to be present and meet you in person. It's always lovely to meet members of the EMC family. And I'm sitting here just enjoying this view with you. I decided I'm going to take one of these benches and just enjoy. So yes, fully out in the distance, there's Pico Tenerife, where we were last Saturday, happy me, and this most beautiful, iconic view of the east coast of Barbados. And like I said, tomorrow will be our mobile office on Sunday. Nick and Jeanette are back out on Monday. And I think that's it. I think that there's nothing much else to say. You've had a morning of not seeing Nicholas Dean, which I would love to rectify for you. But I don't know why he's hiding and why he's staying away. So maybe he wants to come with his own surprise. Maybe we'll do another vlog this morning and Nicholas will have his own fun. So as I was saying earlier, I had a bad cold this week, but I still wanted to be here because I so enjoyed Docile Saturdays. I so enjoyed doing the blog and sharing with you and walking with everybody. It's a pleasure to do this. And now that I said pleasure to do this, I haven't done this morning. I haven't done this, so good morning everybody. I'm still here in one piece, having fun as I always do, but more taking in this breathtaking view and enjoying everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning as much as I enjoy Nasal Nicole bringing it to you. It's lovely seeing all of you, and I want to say that life is so precious and it's beautiful, and along this way you meet some wonderful people. This morning as you started the blog, you heard me playing a little Quincy Jones, and I was playing a song from the 𝗲𝗷𝗶𝗲 𝗃𝗹𝗵𝗿𝗲, Back on the Block, Quincy Jones' Back on the Block. You can't explain the places where you find love, and that's what the EMC has been for me, our place to find so much love. And yeah, a heartfelt, I always say it to him, and I always say that he can hear it, how much I love Nicholas. What he has done for me in these last 2 years have been wonderful. These last 6-7 months of just holding his gimbal and walking and talking with you every Saturday morning has even been off the chart. I have family members saying, "That is you? I can't believe that you did that." I said, yeah, neither can I, but it's all part of your healing and your process and relaxing and enjoying the journey of life.
Could you start hogging the camera and turn it around, lady, to say goodbye to all of the family who are here for you? Come on. Okay,
I am hogging the camera. You imagine? Here he comes. Hi everybody. Hello. Guys, you want to come and join me on this beautiful bench? It really is. It's broad enough for everybody to sit on. They can see you guys. They can see you. So wave.
We're not holding the camera.
You're not? Dear Lord. Can you imagine this, everybody? Nicholas D is running from the camera. So, just because I know I'm about to have a coughing fit, I won't put you through that.
Too late.
Yes. So I apologize for that. But the throat has lasted very good up to this point. So everybody, Jeanette and Nick will share where we go tomorrow on Sunday, and we hope that if you're on island, please be present and coming out and enjoy with us. Mary is not with us this morning because she is enjoying a lovely birthday weekend. So Mary, if you're online, love, we miss you. We'll see you next week. If you're coming to Barbados, please link up with us. We would love to meet you in person. We give all our hugs and loves online, but it's really great to physically see you. Once you've had the experience of meeting all of us, you can understand why we are as crazy as we are online on mornings. And you understand? Crazy as we are. Does that not explain it? Does that not explain it all? And yes, and if you're here, please try to come out to do one walk with Nick or Jeanette, or join me on Docile Saturday. You will thoroughly enjoy it. See, I told you guys. You understand? I knew he was working up to something, right? I knew he was working up to it. Yes, I'm going to take good care of myself, and I've been doing that all week. But I'm my mother's child. Even though I have a cold, I still keep moving. And everyone's been saying, you need to stop and get some rest. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm taking good care of myself. So everybody.
Would you like to spin around and show everyone our great family?
Okay. from my lovely bench view. Here is my docile crew who has been very docile this morning. Yes, so give the love. That's the craziest bat passing in front of the camera. Yes, yes. Oh dear. Yes, we had a really great morning. We hope that you enjoyed it. It was. Oh, somebody says they're going to be here in 3 weeks. Okay. So we look forward to seeing you in 3 weeks. No, it's not rocky. The bench is perfect. Sorry. I'm kind of listening to messages, looking at messages and things.
Yeah, and one comment from Trisha says, good morning, Nicole DE LIARD.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. But it tells you how much I love you. That I'm here, sniffling, 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 but still present. Yeah, we are easy on Nicholas this morning. There's just no other way to go about it. You know what I mean? He was being very quiet, so I was respecting that he was being docile on a docile Saturday. Oh, so we love you guys too. We really appreciate you coming out and spending time with us on Saturday mornings and every day of the week. And whenever you can join us, I'm sure, oh gosh, there's this huge big blue bat that's bothering me. Hopefully somebody will take away this bat so shortly, dressed in blue. But yes, we enjoy having you here and enjoy being present. Oh, dear Lord. Yes, everybody, Nicholas Dean has been activated. And if you could only see all the foolishness that he is doing in the background, I'm trying not to laugh because laughing starts coughing, and I don't want that. So, we wish you guys a wonderful day. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Please share the love with everyone that you meet. We're on a small journey called life, and it's more pleasurable when we can tell one person along the way, I love you. So I send all my love to you. Tons of love, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and thank you this morning for being here. I hope your day is going to be as spectacular as it should be. So, here's one more view to enjoy. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
See you guys later. Bye. He's just doing so much foolishness.
Oh, I did? Oh, good shot, man. Good shot. Unintentional move, but it came off well.